Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Final Fantasy VIII. Before we begin, just a couple of quick things. I want you to know, for those of you who aren't already familiar, Final Fantasy VIII is not so much a game as a visual novel. Now, you play it like a Final Fantasy game, you're going to be encountering monsters and stuff and doing magic and whatnot, but this game, it's very story driven, and I'm going to be going through it mainly for the story and voice acting and stuff, so I want to gear your expectations. And the other thing is that this is more or less just stream of consciousness. I'm not playing this game with any sort of particular in mind. I'm just doing it because it's something I played back when I was 16, 17, and I just felt like revisiting it again, so if you want to come along on the journey with me, you're welcome to. Well, let's begin. Boy, with an opening like that, it makes you wonder why it doesn't get more recognition. Like, I get that FF7 was hard to follow up with, but 8 did a pretty damn good job. Alright, well, here we begin in the doctor's office. How are you feeling? Okay, I guess my forehead hurts. I guess I'm feeling okay. If it was an option, then sure. Take it easy next time, you hear? Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. Now, I've already got a name given to me, and I'm just gonna go with it. Yep, it's Squall. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Seifer. That Seifer won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? I can't just run away. You want to be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see, your instructor is... Quistis. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. Squall's like, ugh. Quistis, come get your student. Yes. His injury's not serious. It'll probably just leave a scar. Right. Now please come by. Squall's like, I can't believe I lost this battle and I'm stuck here in the infirmary with Dr. Katawaki. Now who's this? Squall. So we meet again. I mean, I know exactly who this is, but, you know, her showing up this early is important. Can you believe that these cutscenes are from 1999? Maybe 98. I knew it'd be either you or Seifer. So I've seen several names pronounced different ways, and this is sort of a meme in the Final Fantasy community. People mispronouncing names. Like, is it Quistis? Is it Seifer? Is it Edea or Adea? And I'm kind of thinking it's Adea, but I've always called her Edea in the past. Anyway, come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. And, oh, she waved to a guy. I just now noticed that. Squall, is there something on your mind? And we walk for a couple of seconds. He doesn't answer immediately. Not really. What's so funny? Funny? No, it's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little. That's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. Tell me more about yourself. It's none of your business. Very good opening dialogue. Like, we immediately see that this is a kind of teacher-student relationship going on here. So it's some sort of school setting here, which, you know, again, I was playing this at 17 some years old. Very relatable. Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. There seem to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Again, some people say CD because why capitalize the D, but this place, this college for mercenaries is called the Garden. So, you know, what is a garden without the seeds to eventually establish the plants, you know? Those not participating and those who failed last week's written test are to remain here in study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meet in the hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team's assignments there. Any questions? Oh, and Seifer. Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. Seifer kind of looks over at me, my head's down. I'm not sure what to make of that slapping of the desk. Just like, he's just rebellious, an unruly student. Like, you're not gonna tell me what to do, or just like, whatever, he's fine. Field exam participants, I will see you all later. And Squall, I need to talk to you. So, here's your first impressions, guys. We're now like 9 minutes in here, and it's going to be a bunch of voice acting and me pausing to give commentary here and there. So, you know, if you're into that, great. If you're not, there are plenty of people who played this game much better than myself. So, I thank you for sticking with me this long. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass this prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Seifer... Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. And she just waves to those guys. I like those little... This game was supposed to have, like, a more... What do you call it when there's, like, physical acting and stuff? Like, emotes and stuff, movements. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should take up that subject, too. What subject would that be? GF usage? Alone with Instructor Treep. Treepy? I don't know. I'm not going to talk to everybody, just a couple of people, because this game does a fantastic job of establishing stuff early on. I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! Waboom. Wah! Now, I'm not going to yell too loudly because my microphone, it can only take such a loud volume before it starts to, like, freak out. So, Squall's personality, normally he'd just do ... but I'm gonna ask her if she's okay. You okay? There. I'm fine. Sorry, I was kind of in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. So, see, that early establishing dialogue, we already know that this girl is a transfer student here. Oh, hey! I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? Now, normally I would say sure because, like, I'm a nice guy even if Squall isn't necessarily, but don't have the time. I don't feel like going through a tutorial right now. Plus, it is more Squall's personality. Oh, bummer. That's too bad. Well, see ya. So I don't know, sometimes I'll be playing as Squall's character, and then sometimes I'll make decisions based on what I like. Oh hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing B. Well, there's your first fourth wall break. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. Yay, 7 cards. I actually somewhat like the card game in here, but there's only going to be 1, maybe 2 episodes that I really play any sort of cards, and I'll try to make sure that I get all of that stuff into that episode. So if you're more here for the plot and story and stuff, then you just kind of move it right along. Now, I could challenge that runner kid right now, playing cards with him, but my cards kind of suck. I'm gonna wait until I have at least 2 really good ones. Alright, you can ignore these other save states. I'm just gonna overwrite this one here. Now, I'm still somewhat adjusting to these game controls. It's been a while since I last played this, so very much a less than professional playthrough here. I know how to speed things up a little bit, but I kind of just want to take my time going through this stuff for now. Nice breeze, beautiful sun, I think I'll just... Oh, that's all that guy had to say, huh? Also, I'm gonna miss a ton of stuff here. Like, there's so many hidden sort of Easter eggs in this game. It took a long time to create, and it shows. You know, there's absolutely, oh, what do you call it? A labor of love, that's it. A lot of love labor that went into Final Fantasy VIII, so I'm not going to be showing everything. I know a few secrets, but, you know, you want to find the secret stuff, go on YouTube, I'm sure there's plenty. Or, if you're based, Rumble. Squall, you're forgetting something. You're GF. Now, back when I watched the Spoonie one, he's like, girlfriend? You're my girlfriend, baby. Let's see if I can remember how to skip through tutorials. Now, I actually didn't forget Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. I could have picked them up at the desk, but I deliberately chose to just come here. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation on junctioning a GF. Now, this is important for game mechanics, but just close it out. Everything okay up till now? You can always check back by accessing the tutorial from the menu. Alright, Once we get to the fire cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? The fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. Okay, so in this mercenary academy, we've learned how to summon like certain spirits of nature to use as our own power. Now, I'm just going to showcase the possible things that you could run across. So here we are in the forest area. Oh, crap! T-Rexor! Squall, be careful! Sometimes it's better to run! Oh, okay. Yeah, F and G are how you escape, and I guess it's just as well that that was my first battle, because, you know, as soon as I come out, I immediately forget I was supposed to junction GFs. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. She'll get Shiva just because girl, why not? I know, I'm very sexist. And Squall will get Quetzalcoatl. This has always been how I played it in the past, so, you know, I'm just going with what I remember. Okay, now I can actually do some real stuff. So I'm running around here because there are certain ice-type enemies that also have Cure, and I wanted to show off at least one of these mountain locations. Alright, so there's like this freeze monster, and drawing magic, it's like one of the biggest things that you do in this game. It's going to bore people after a while, so I'm only drawing like the bare minimum of stuff that I need. Also, Cure, that's always a good spell to have here. It's time to show something else. Hang on a second here. So because I've got this version of it, I've got the boost of, whoops, hang on, select that, yeah, apply, there we go. So, ×3 speed multiplier. Otherwise, this stuff would have taken forever. Like, the developers, when making the, new version, the renewed version of this game, they decided, alright, well, this would be boring to watch constantly. So, I'm not going to be doing it for a whole lot longer. I just want to get a couple more scans, a couple more cures, and then we can move on. Scan. Just a couple more cures, and then that'll do it. Cure. Alright, now, let's, summon a couple of GFs. And I am going to turn off the ×3 boost, as this was the only battle that I really wanted to use it for now. I wish that there was a quick button, and there probably actually is for getting that ×3 boost on, so I'll try to do it sparingly, but in battles where I constantly have to go through animations of GFs like this, you know, you've seen it once or twice, then that's cool and stuff, but after a while you'll get sick of it. Now, it's been a while since I last watched this, but this is an Ice-type enemy. Therefore, because I'm using an Ice-type summon, I'm not quite sure if this is going to deal, like, minimal damage, or if it's going to actually give it back its health. So, I'm learning this stuff anew. Sorry for those of you who are cringing at the fact that I did something stupid. Ah, it does 0. Okay. Well, it's better to know, I suppose. Alright, I'm gonna do some actual attacks here because this thing should be pretty low on health by now. Like, you're getting the all-in-one from this battle right here. You got to see all the various summons I've got, you got to see the speed-up thing, you got to see the animations for the first time, an M-Stone piece. GF received 1 AP. I actually can't remember what they have on them right now, so let's have a quick look. What's he trying to learn? Summoning plus 10%. I think... Do I want Thunder Magic Refinement? Or do I want the card ability? I'm actually gonna go more for the card ability early on. And as for Quistis, she's also learning Summoning Magic at the moment. Would I want Ice Magic? I think I'm going to try to unlock the Strength Junction early. That's one that I really, really like. Alright, so I could have gone into that forest again to show like the caterpillar enemy and stuff, but... Okay, junctioning magic, now pay attention. I'll be explaining how to utilize the magic that you've stocked. So the game is assuming that you've already done this stuff. Try experimenting with the magic you junction. This is how you become stronger. Ready to go? Oh, you know how to use your gun blades? I already know. Okay, I was just concerned. Alright, let's go. Okay, now that said, I know I'm holding up a few things, but this is just gonna be a little bit more very brief. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Oh, that's what it is. Status, squall, gunblade. I'm gonna turn on the auto, because I never properly used the trigger mechanic here. Now let's go ahead and junction. I like to junction attack myself. Auto attack. Actually, tell you what, I'm gonna do magic, doesn't really change anything, but Squall's gonna be sort of the magic one, as Quetzalcoatl is more magic oriented. And because I have the most blizzards, Blizzard is essentially going to be what fuels my magic, including my ability to draw properly. Okay, so this is standard protocol for the Garden, apparently. This school? Objective: to obtain a low-level GF, Guardian Force. A seed member must support. Are you ready? Alright, so Queestus is currently an actual full-blown seed member, whereas I am a student who is trying to become a seed member for some reason. Why is it that this school exists in Balam Garden? Why are we training mercenaries with magical forces and summonings in order to fight stuff in this world? All to be explained later, but for now, Squall's ready. I'm his support. Instructor number 14, Queestus Treepy. It could be Treep, but whatever. Select a time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities. Challenging, yet reasonable. Now, the first time I ever played this, I thought, oh geez, they're giving me 40 minutes? Well, I'll take 20. But now that I've played this several times, I know to pick 10 minutes. Your test essentially begins as soon as the time limit begins, and I am talking the actual entire seed test itself, what determines how much you're paid. My job is to support you in battle. Everything else is up to you. Fine. And so one of the first things that you can do to earn a higher rank, you know, the boys often choke on this test when I come with them. I guess my charm makes them nervous. Whatever. I'm just kidding. Trying to keep you relaxed, that's all. So when you become an actual seed, a member of this mercenary force in Garden, you get paid a certain amount, and how much depends on how well you do on this test. And so, if you end this particular portion of the test, gaining a low-level GF Guardian Force, with only a few seconds left to spare, that maximizes the amount that you get on the test. Alright, Thunder. Yeah, sure, I'll draw a little bit of thunder here, but then after that, I'm immediately killing these two bat creatures off. The way that I play, and I imagine a lot of people play, is as long as there's a certain magic that we're not certain what it is, you know, little question marks and whatnot, it's like, well, I better see what that's about. So as long as I always get at least one of those things for both of the characters or the 3 characters that are on the screen at the time, that's good enough for me. Now, if it's a magic I really like, of course I'll be getting a whole bunch of it. I got a bunch of blizzards because this is the Fire Cavern, and I know I'm skipping that fire spell right there, but it'll be fine. A bomb, an elemental monster. Use an ice attack for these. Check the monster's weaknesses with scan. Now, I can draw fire from that thing, and that's fine. And this would normally be a good time to have Queestus use the GF Shiva, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, in the meantime, I might as well just draw a little more fire while I'm at it, because, like, what else am I supposed to do? I don't really like all this waiting here, by the way. Like, all everybody can do for a while is just kind of stand around until it's their turn to act. So, that's sort of another meme of the Final Fantasy world. Like, everybody is extremely polite. They'll all just kind of stand around waiting until it's their turn to attack. Like, if it's not your turn yet, you are not to do anything except hang out until your attack bar is full again. So, in this world, pretty much anything goes except for attack order. Everybody must very politely wait until it's their turn to attack again, and that's all there is to it. Aw, I didn't get a bomb card. Oh well. Now, Quistis didn't get any fire magic, but yeah, it's okay. I guess I was right. You and Seifer are in a class of your own. You both have amazing strength and potential. Funny she should say that, because... Hang on a second. In the menu, you could see that Quistis, being a full-blown seed, is level 8, whereas Squall is only 1 level below her. So, if we're already starting the game at level 6, and then 7, imagine how low everybody else was at that point. Like, everybody else around us is like level 2, maybe level 3, so we are absolutely in a class of our own here. Now, I could choose to run away from these enemies, but they are so fragile, they'll die in one hit, so why not? I guess I will draw a little bit more thunder. I'll be glad that I had it later. Once again, glad that I had it later is just because I know what's coming up a little bit later on in this. Alright, victory. Magic stone pieces, or, well, M-stone pieces. A magic stone is greater than an M-stone, but, anyway. Boy, look at this place. It's like it was created this way. Okay, this is it. Are you ready? Squall's very, like, casual. You seem confident enough, just, whatever. Boy, after hearing that, I would be crapping my pants. And also, imagine how hot it is in there. Just surrounded by molten well, I guess it would be magma, not lava, but anyway. Alright, so this is Ifrit. Go figure he would use fire. I'm Squall, so let's go ahead and... nah, I'm not going to summon electric type. Let's go ahead and use Blizzard, and also I'm going to cast Shiva on him. I suppose I could also scan him while I'm at it. Can I draw anything from him? Oh, no. Nothing I don't already have. Now, part of the reason I'm using Scan is, despite how pleasing on the eyes Shiva is, the fact of the matter is, what is this, the third, fourth time I've summoned her? I think it's the third. Very forgetful. But that's the shortest summon. They have Shiva? So I do want to see how many hit points he has, just one, so that I kind of wait until these 4 minutes are over. Well, almost over before defeating him. 820, so essentially it's, what, 5 more Shiva attacks, maybe? I would say, I don't know, 2 Shiva attacks and a bunch of blizzards from Squall. Also, I always try to make sure that he's just recently attacked before I use another GF. There we go. See, that would have hit Shiva if I hadn't waited. Alright, let's just go ahead and use a bunch of blizzards on him. I might have Squall hit him with the sword real quick. Why not? Okay, impudent humans? Oh, I made him mad. Oh, thank goodness, he hit Squall and not Shiva. I really don't like it when the GFs get their hit points taken away. Because it's a lot easier to cure your actual human players, the humans, than the GFs themselves. So, a whole bunch of stuff has been happening all at once, but from that opening cutscene, we just saw that there was a lot of stuff that was going on with this world. Like, previews of things still to come. Let's see, actually, boy, I don't have a lot of cures on myself right now. Tell you what, let's go ahead and use another blizzard on him. Yeah, and let's have her cure Squall just for now. So, a bunch of indicators of what is still to come, but also we saw stuff that was happening in the present. And this is just one of those worlds where it's okay for 2 people to just regularly duel each other with swords and stuff. I'm getting a little sick of seeing Shiva again and again, so I am going to use a couple of blizzards on him. So I'm not really clear on the rules between the cutscenes versus just the in-game attack encounters. Like, there are things that happen in this battle here that would absolutely leave permanent scars on Squall. Let's go ahead and use another one. Whereas, just being nicked by Seifer's sword was enough to give him a face scar. Whoops. Crap, I think I meant to hit scan, actually. I'm getting so distracted thinking of other stuff right now. Oh, he's pissed again. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna have Squall scan him real quick, and then I'll have Priestess heal herself. There we go. There we go. And I am deliberately stalling for time right now. Okay, he's at 153 hit points left. So I think it'll just be normal attacks from here on out, because I do want to give it less than a minute, and I am somewhat tempting fate already, taking it this far. Like, the timer doesn't stop when they're going through their little animations and whatnot. Alright. So, oh geez, a critical hit. Like, one more hit should do it. Do I want to do that? Nah, that's tempting fate too much. I'm just gonna wait a little. Actually, I guess I could draw a little fire from him. Let's do another cure. Yeah, sure, why not? And next time I will have Squall attack for real. For me to lose to a human. Very well, I will join you. 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's it, I got Ifrit. There isn't much time, but let me go over this real quick. See, if you'd failed the battle before if the time expired before you finished the battle, that would have done it. So when she says there isn't much time, as soon as Ifrit's declared defeat, my timer was over, even though it continued to count down a little longer. Good, you got yourself a GF. If you junction that GF, you'll be able to use the Elemental Junction ability, and here's an explanation that I am now going to skip. There's a lot of fire elemental monsters here, so junction Blizzard to your elemental attack. You'll have an easier time with fire elemental enemies. Alright, now I'm going to do something else that I deliberately waited until now to do. So, there's this GF called Diablos that has the ability to do what I get for free here. The no encounters, I'm going to turn on. Because there's only a couple of monsters I've really avoided at this point. Like, there are certain caterpillars inside the forest area. There are bite bugs, these giant mosquito monsters, and I think there's one other thing that I forgot to mention. I think, maybe. Oh, right, some sort of creature in this cave that it defies me to explain. It has like some sort of propeller wing, and otherwise it's just a face, but it's like all magic. Like, if you hit it with magic, you'll do minimum damage, but if you hit it with a physical attack, I think you'll almost immediately kill it. So, I'm not here to really show off those monsters. I'm sure that at some point they'll eventually be shown anyway. But I'm just concerned about getting things moving along here. I am going to be saving pretty soon because I've gone for about a half hour. Well done. Let's see. I thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seat exam. Oh, yes, taking care of your GF. This is something you have to watch out for. And I am going to skip this tutorial. Now, change into your uniform and assemble at the first floor lobby. Okay, like I was saying during the Ifrit battle, I very easily get distracted. Like I said, this is more just a stream of consciousness thing. You're thrown into this world, you the player, knowing very little about stuff, but chances are, if you are the target audience, you know a school setting when you see one. Like, this screams campus, and, you know, students, teachers, and whatnot. It's like, well, what are they learning? Obviously, they're learning how to fight. Well, why is that necessary? Well, as soon as you go out into the world, there's a bunch of giant monsters and stuff. Like, the first thing I fought was a T-Rex. So, you can talk to various people around here who will tell you about what you're supposed to be doing. Like, this girl here. Morning! Good luck with the seat exam! I heard they even listen in on your conversations during the seat exam. Okay. So, whatever this exam is, like, again, if you're a student, you know what a test is, so I'm being tested on something. I assume it's going to be some sort of fighting stuff. Am I going to be fighting a bunch of monsters like I'd previously been doing? Obviously, it's something big enough that I need to have summons with me, like Shiva and Ifrit and, Quetzalcoatl. Do you talk? No, you don't talk. You're just kind of there in the background. So, I wonder how many people are going to pass the seat exam today. Apparently, this is a very hard-to-pass test. But that written test sure was hard. Oh, at least you made it to the written part. I still haven't finished all my credits yet. I know, I have a lot left too. It'd be nice if we could all take it together. Yeah, even cooler if the three of us pass. Is that all they say? Okay, so it's just giving you a little more world building, you know, insights into the fact that there's a written test and that there's monsters and stuff. So I'm gonna change clothes, save the game, and that'll have to do it for this particular portion. I don't know why he says forget it. I don't really have a choice here. Alright, well, thank you for sticking with me this far, and I guess when we pick up next time, it will be at the seat exam. So, until then, you guys have a good one.